That's right. We are so going to run this town. It's the first show of the Vero Insider with your hostess Anna Valencia, and I have some great guests in the studio launching our first show, talking about really all the best places to go, the best things to try, cover a little philanthropy. There's nothing that we don't do here at the Vero Insider. So sitting beside me in the studio, we have Kitty Wagner, owner and chef at Blue Star Wine Bar. Super addicting. I like to say that out loud every time.
You're so hilarious. Good morning, Anna. How are you?
Top of the day, yeah. And then beside her is the man that makes all these things happen, Mr. Timothy Gerard, president of Gerard Equipment and founder of the Heedy Award, which is the whole basis of our show. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I wanted to sort of get all of our audience excited about is it's Wine Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 4 p.m., you'll be hearing us, and we'll be talking about different varietals, different things to try. And the Blue Star Wine Bar over on the beach, it's on Bougainvillea. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, that's like a difficult word to spell.
Everybody asks me. They're like, can you spell it? I'm like, actually, I can.
Oh, good for you.
Do it all day long.
Right? You're like, that's really all my phone calls. I field them all day.
Pretty much.
But you guys just celebrated your 1-year anniversary. That was quite the party a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's so amazing. That year went by so fast. It's ridiculous.
Flew by. And you have a revolving wine list. And so one of the things that I've always had a passion for is wine. And that's sort of how we became friends and collaborated so good together. Who doesn't get along with someone with wine?
Well, as long as you like to drink wine, then we can hang out.
Hey, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what I do is my wine guys come in all the time and bring me samples. And so my wine list is never really that static because I just like to add new things that I discover along the way.
Absolutely. And I think that one of the things that, as a society as a whole, we're really becoming more astute on our wine. The wine bars are popping up really across the country, but people are finding it to be an experience more so than just, let's have a glass of wine. They use it as a pairing, or they use it to really get delve down into the depths of it and say, what is this wine about? And you offer that at Blue Star. I mean, it can be the casual place and you can just grab a glass, but they can also kind of find out a little bit more, right?
Well, that's the whole thing. By changing the list all the time, I get to kind of let people experience new wines, new varietals, things like that, and kind of broaden their horizons and expand on what they already know or where they want to go or what they are interested in.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know sitting beside you, Mr. Gerard he says he's a bit of a wine novelist, right?
Right. Would that be an understatement? Yes.
I doubt that. Now, he's come in a few times, and we've collaborated as a company, and of course now as a sponsor of the show. We'll be in frequently if you need to find us. We'll be at Blue Star when we're not on the clock, of course, right?
Well, of course. Yeah.
Right, of course.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
That's why I just love working for this man.
It's research.
It is research.
And development.
Development.
Mm-hmm. Now, you seem to kind of like gravitate towards white wines a little bit. Well, at least in the afternoon.
Well, I'm transitioning over from beer to
Right.
wine. Well, white wines are usually chilled, so I like that. But I do like the reds. I like the blended reds for the most part. But Anna's been giving me a lot of different pointers on wine, and also gave me wine as well, so that's good.
Well, what can I say? It was Christmas.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Always appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Kitty, what would you say about blends? Because I know, like, for example, on your wine list, you tend to have them from lightest to the more robust.
Right.
And I think, like, blends, for example, kind of take the best characteristics of the different grapes and put them all together in a bottle.
Absolutely. It's kind of funny that, a lot of people say, oh, I like this Cab, I like this Merlot, whatever. And that's a great thing. But to me, a blend takes the best aspects of a couple of different wines. And it's very traditional in France and the Bordeaux and the Burgundies and things like that to blend a little bit of this, a little bit of that to help round out the flavor and the whole bouquet and, round out what you're getting just to make the wine just that much better. So I'm all for a great blend.
Mm-hmm. I love it. What's one of your favorites that you're drinking right now? At least this week.
I was going to say it changes all the time.
I know, right?
I have a really nice Côte d'Aron right now. It's called Cercius, and it is amazing. It's mostly Syrah, Grenache, Mourvedre, and that blend is just amazing. It's very dark, very rich, very extracted fruit. It's got a little bit of just a hint of a dried fruit palate on it, you know, like a little prune.
Ooh.
But it's just amazing. It's just a phenomenal little wine that I just found.
Ah, I love that.
And the label's beautiful. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, I saw the label. I'm a label fan. I know you're not supposed to technically shop for wine by the label.
Good graphics.
Hello, it's part of the package.
Yeah.
I want the complete package. I want something delicious inside the bottle and something attractive on the outside. It's not too
Absolutely.
much to ask for at all. Now, talking about being able to taste, you are now open for lunch, right?
Actually, we're going to start next week on the 8th.
Okay.
The 9th, I think. It's next Tuesday, whatever day that is. I don't have a calendar in front of me. And we are going to be doing lunch. We'll be doing lunch Tuesday through Sunday. And so on Sunday, we'll have a Sunday brunch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pair with a little
been
Moscato.
I always dabble in brunch, and I've decided that I really love brunch. And so we're going to add that on. So we'll be open from 11 o'clock in the morning until we close that night. And then the only day we'll be closed is on Monday because I got to have a day off.
Right.
I got to go to the beach.
Hello, that's why we live in Vero.
Exactly.
So we can enjoy. So that's good. Okay, and I'm just kind of taking a look at the menu before we move on. And you have a little bit of everything. I mean, you got some real home style favorites. Little tuna noodle casserole, shout out.
Yum.
Right?
Sounds good.
Little Midwest there.
Fantastic.
Nothing wrong with that. And then of course you've got some little bite things. Quiche of the day. You're sort of famous for your quiche.
Yeah, I like to make a really, really deep dish. It's a European style quiche that I learned how to make when I was in Germany. So, yeah, I do like quiche.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm addicted to your quiche. Then we have little cheese plates, and then you even have little bite-sized desserts, which I think is really smart. Little dessert pick-me-up halfway through the day.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because a lot of places I go have these monster desserts, and you know, if you're by yourself or nobody else wants one, you forego. I'm like, well, no, I'll just give you a little tiny bite, and if you want, keep going. We got a bunch of them.
You're so smart.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I do. I think so. All right, so then, and always live music, right? I'm telling you, New Year's was so great at Blue Star.
That band was so much fun. They had a little Austin twang to them. It was like they're playing all this great rock, and then they took a bunch of rap songs and put them to a rock beat instead of a rap beat. So I was like, what are they playing? And they had this twangy steel guitar. It was just ridiculous. So much fun.
It was perfect. It's like the hot spot in Vero, especially beachside. And so if you're looking for something to do, every week we'll be promoting Blue Star with the different bands that they have upcoming for the week and the weekend. And then, of course, we encourage you to go for some lunch, have some snacks, some little bite-sized snacks, and some vino. That's sort of what we
Come
do.
by in the middle of the afternoon, have a glass of wine, hang out. We have Wi-Fi too, so you can do work and wine.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
come and hide at my wine bar. No
Right.
one will find you.
No.
Fun.
And
Very nice. Wi-Fi,
Exactly.
cocktails.
log in with a little password. That's right.
That's great.
That's my smartest place to be, the Vero Insider, I'm telling you. Now, I'm taking a look. Okay, great. We have so much time. We're good. So I wanted to do a whole new thing, and we're going to do a little wine trivia. And so each week, our listeners, you're going to be able to go on to the Vero Insider on Facebook, and we're going to post for you a question. And the first 3 people to answer that question correctly will be able to get a free glass of wine or a beer at Blue Star, and maybe, taste your way through some of our favorites that we try here on the show each week. So that's just a bonus. So I want to do 2 questions out loud. We'll sort of talk about them. And then the last one will be the question posted for all of our listeners on Facebook, and then their chance to get some free vino. Because I am, good like that. I'm a giver.
I know.
I'm a giver.
Very good that way.
Mm-hmm. So we were kind of mentioning earlier, what's the ideal temperature to serve white wine? I know I'm a white wine fan. I'm actually a rosé kind of girl. For those who don't know, it's so true. And it's not sweet wine. It's just sophisticated and delicious and pretty. So what would be that ideal temperature, Miss Kitty Wagner?
Well, it's kind of funny. It depends on what temperature you want to drink it at. I mean, Americans are so used to drinking white wine right out of their refrigerator,
Yeah.
which is usually around 38, 40 degrees, 36.
Too cold.
Yeah, exactly. It gets a lot better if you let it warm up to about 45, 50 degrees. Just take it out of the refrigerator, pour yourself a glass, and it's funny, once you wrap your hand around it and give it a few seconds, it warms right up.
It does. It's quick. It's quick to warm up, and I think that when it is too cold, the fruit within it is very tight. You don't get to necessarily experience the flavor profiles that's intended.
Oh, exactly. You get a very short profile. Usually you get the minerality and maybe a tiny little if there's a little citrus on it, but you don't get anything else that's there.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, definitely between 50 and 55 if you have any of the wine coolers at home. I know I got one for Christmas bonus, just saying. You want to keep it right in between there, like 50, 55 degrees. So that's good stuff right there. Now, here's something I want everyone to know. And as a wine bar owner, I'm sure you already are equipped with this answer. But after opening a bottle of wine, what is the amount of time that we have to drink it?
You know what? Seriously, it depends on the varietal. But I would say 2 days. What you want to do is, as soon as you pour yourself a glass, put the cork back in, unless it's something really big, like a Cabernet or Merlot that needs to breathe, or even a Shiraz. If it's something delicate, like a Pinot Noir, you might even want to put it in the refrigerator in between, pours or whatever, just to help hold on to it, because Pinots are very delicate.
They are, and that's really good advice because some of these, I mean, I, for example, had this one South African wine. It was a big red, like pinotage. It was just earthy and heavy, and it was almost undrinkable the first 2 days that it laid open. But on like day 4, it was the most magical glass of wine I ever had.
You know what's funny? Sometimes if I buy an inexpensive Shiraz from Australia, those wines are so extracted and so built. They're better if you open them up the day before, let them sit open for a couple hours, put the cork back in, leave it on the counter, and come back tomorrow.
Walk away.
Just walk away, and then it'll taste like it'll taste like an $80 wine. It just has to get there.
Right. See? Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up the faith. All right. Now, before we break for a little commercial, I want to make sure that you all have this question. It's going to be just something. It's a nail biter. It's an easy one. It's the first show, so I don't want to start off with anything too hard, all right? So, Vero Insider at Facebook. And the question is, how many glasses are in a standard bottle of wine? All right. How many glasses are in a standard bottle of wine?
I know the answer.
I know that too.
Oh, we'll find out a commercial. Mm-hmm.
1.
That's my girl.
There you go.